What's going on, everybody? It's Davey from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop, so park your ass right there. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, the subscribe button. Also, if you check the link below, you see a Patreon account. If you click it, you can become a member. All you got to do is try to recommend movies and music and trailers for me to react to. Just click the damn link. Now, with that being said, we're here today with a little bit of horror news. So, you know what? I heard my friend Doug Bradley is up to something again. My man is starring in a movie called Thorns, right? This movie, honestly, looks like a damn Hellraiser sequel. Hell, even the title on Bloody Disgusting says it looks like a damn Hellraiser sequel. But in this movie, it is filmmaker Douglas Schultz who did The Dark Below, Hellmaster, and Mimesis. Now, Hellmaster, I think that's the movie with the dude that has that priest-looking guy with the scars on his face. Anyway, the intention of this movie was to make a monster movie as a kind of homage to the great horror cinema of the 70s and 80s. John Carpenter's The Thing, Ridley Scott's Alien, William Friedkin's The Exorcist, and of course Clive Barker's Hellraiser were all inspiring. So this movie has been inspired by a lot of the 80s movies from the past. But it is easy to note that Doug Bradley himself will be in the movie live and in the flesh. So this movie melds themes of religion and science within the frame of a classic 80s era monster movie. Douglas Schultz recently told Tiny Tampoon over at Gruesome Magazines. So here's the thing, though, and it also says it has a whole lot of practical effects, and I'm definitely seeing it right here. So in a few seconds, I'm going to be putting on the screen a couple of images that we got from the movie. So you will be seeing it go across the screen as we talk. We have pictures of guts. You have this little Cenobite looking thing looking like it's handing some man some headphones. You have a priest that looks like a spider's coming out of her ear. You got Doug Bradley looking old as fuck. You got this dude that looks like a fake ass chatterer with the barbed wire wrapped around his head. But these definitely do look like Cenobites. And then you have also the one on top where he's ripping his head open. These definitely look like Cenobites. If you guys are familiar with the what's that food's name? It's called Tortured Souls. Damn, what's his name? The dude that did Spawn. Fuck. And he just had he just relaunched his toys. McFarlane. McFarlane has a brand of toys called Tortured Souls, and they all look like fake ass Cenobites. This kind of reminds me of that. But hey, we'll see what this movie brings when it comes there. Next item of business. We have Eli Roth's Thanksgiving. It's coming to movie theaters this November. So if you guys aren't familiar with Thanksgiving, if you guys watched that Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez Grindhouse film, remember that they gave a whole bunch of fake trailers, and one of the fake trailers was Machete. Eventually that became a full-length movie, and another one was Eli Roth's Thanksgiving. So I don't know what the hell inspired him to do it, but now Eli Roth is bringing it to the big screen. So the article goes as following: filming only just got underway last month, and Eli Roth's long-awaited slasher movie Thanksgiving, and today's we've learned that the film is already coming to theaters this year. Eli Roth's Thanksgiving slashes to theaters November 17, 2023. The film is an expansion of Eli Roth's Fox trailer, seen in Grindhouse 2007. That is a long time ago. Will be released in theaters worldwide by TriStar Pictures and Spyglass Media. Addison Rae will star alongside Patrick Dempsey, Jalen Thomas, Milo Mayhem, Neil Vanderleck in the featuring length slasher. Gina Gerson, Tim Dillon, and Rick Hoffman will also star. So Roth wrote the script with Jeff Randall, Eli and Roger also producing the film. Deadline reminds that Thanksgiving trailer presented the gory teaser about a pseudo movie in which a slasher makes his own carving board out of the inhabitants of a Massachusetts town that makes a big annual fuss over the annual Turkey Day. One of the pivotal scenes involved Roth himself separated from his head while in throes of passion with a date in a convertible. It was popular enough that plans formulated to make a feature-length blood feast with Roth at the helm. But 15 years has passed since the original Grindhouse release, and you could be forgiven for thinking that Thanksgiving was never coming. So, I mean, if you guys remember watching Grindhouse, it had a whole bunch of trailers. I really hope that he stays true to the Grindhouse style. Just make it bloody as hell for no reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just make it ridiculously bloody. If you really want to get people up in arms and really want to watch this movie, you're gonna have to go all out, because on top, the premises is really fucking stupid. So you're just gonna have to make it worth people actually traveling to go see it. But this is a good time to do it. You know, you have success of Terrifier, you have the success of like the Terrifier, what's that? The Grinch one, the Mean one. That did pretty well. I don't know how well Woody the Pooh Blood and Honey did, but I'm pretty sure it made way more money than it cost to make. So, you know, it is what it is. Also, we have the remake to Faces of Death. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this movie. This was the movie that used to be sitting in the VHS stores all the time, and everybody swore up and down that this was a movie that shows real fucking kills. And apparently, this is one of the movies is getting a remake. So, can filmmaker Issa Menzia and Daniel Goldhaber are writing and directing a brand new, Cam filmmakers, my bad. They're writing and directing a brand new Faces of Death remake, as Deadline reports. And Josie Tota from Saved by the Bell will star. Legendary Entertainment is behind Faces of Death relaunch, and as we recently learned, Nancy Montgomery, Stranger Things, and Barbie Ferreira, Euphoria also star. The original Faces of Death, released in 1978, is one of the most infamous films of all time, allegedly showcasing real footage of real death. In actuality, of course, much of the horrifying footage seen in Faces of Death is staged, with gory special effects often being paired up with real footage to create the illusion of gruesome reality. Early found footage, in other words. So, the original movie basically was like, you watch this VHS and it feels like it's just a whole montage of like gruesome deaths, but it turned, and everybody thought the shit was real, but apparently the shit's fake. Faces of Death was one of the first viral videotapes, and we are so lucky to be able to use it as a jumping off point of this exploration of cycles of violence and the way they perpetuate themselves online, said Manzia and Goldberg in a statement. I can see this. I mean, you could do like a whole like rotten.com type thing where you showcase these things. So I can kind of see where they're going, especially if they're trying to bring it into the new age. It's a lot more believable too. The new plot revolves around a female moderator of a YouTube-like website. See, I already knew it. I didn't even read this shit. Whose job is to weed out offensive and violent content, and who herself is recovering from a serious trauma that stumbles across a group that is recreating the murders from the original film. But in the story primed for the digital age and the age of online misinformation, the question faced is, are the murders real or fake? That sounds like an interesting idea. The story was conceived by Manzia Goldhaber and Isabella Link Levy. Like the original film, Legendary is reportedly hoping the new one will spawn a multi-film franchise. The original movie was written and directed by the late John Allen Schwartz. All right, so again, if you guys aren't familiar with the Faces of Death franchise or film, it's simple. It's just a bunch of video clips put together, make you think that you're watching a lot of people die in very gruesome ways, but it turns out none of this shit was real. So, I mean, this synopsis sounds interesting. I don't really like the whole like, oh, it's some murders and she's trying to figure out if they're real or fake, and they're trying to recreate the real one, the original one. So I don't know, man. I honest to God don't know. I just would have to see it when I see it, but I would love, if they're going to do this, they need to go the practical effect route. You cannot do CGI. I will rebuke you if you use CGI. You better use practical effects all the way through. If you need to use old school filming techniques, then do it, because I mean the original movie didn't have CGI, and they were able to fool millions upon millions of people to think that damn thing was real. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. But that's my horror movie news for today. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about any of the things I talked about. Are you looking forward to the Doug Bradley movie? Are you looking forward to Faces of Death? Or anything else? So let me know in the comment section down below. If you are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop, hope you guys having a magnificent day. Adios, homies.